out of the classroom as well as on the softball field. And this week we have the outstanding chance to cap off the senior season with 20-plus wins, which would be 4 in a row for this class. Their futures are full of promise, and we are excited for what lies ahead, even though we will miss them. The lasting mark they've left this team is a legacy to celebrate. As is our tradition, before we introduce our Redbird team, we'd like to acknowledge Morton seniors, who we have enjoyed sharing the game of softball with over 4 years. First up, we have Kate Cantwell. Kennedy Marion. And Tessa Fitzgerald. Before we start with our teammates, we would first like to recognize Tessa Sell for helping us out in the press box this year. She has taken her time to do many tasks, and we wish you luck at Lincoln Land next year. And now for our seniors. First, we welcome Anna Schmidt, escorted by her parents, Carissa and Brandon. Anna has played volleyball for 3 years and done softball for all 4 years. Her favorite memory is after a Marion game, we had pizza with the team, and we were quizzing Jenna about random things, and she got most of the questions wrong. Anna plans to go to ICC to get her nursing degree. Our second senior to honor is Kara Craig, escorted by Corey and Jack Craig. Kara has played volleyball for 4 years, has done Key Club for 4 years, FCA for 3 years, German Club for 4 years. She has done tech for 1 year, and she has been high honor roll for 3 years, and was a Mid-Illini Conference Academic Award receiver. Kara's favorite memory was last year when our team went to Tennessee and while we were there, her and the team did karaoke, and it was the first time where she felt she was getting close to all of the girls, and this is how she is where she is today. Kara's plans for the future are to study at Bradley University to study organizational communication and management and leadership to work in healthcare management. Next is senior Allison Trutman, joined by her parents, Ben Trutman and Diane Trutman. Allie has been on the high school softball team for 4 years. She has had 2 years in National Honor Society and Spanish National Honor Society, has done 3 years of Key Club, and participated in volleyball for 1 year. Her favorite memory is beating Dunlap in sectionals on a pouring rain. And Allie plans to attend Colorado State University to major in zoology. We would also like to thank Diane Trutman for all she has done for us the past 4 years. She has taken care of our concession stand, coaches, and most importantly, the girls. And we couldn't have the success we have without you.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to digiMAX Sports Network. This afternoon, the Lady Redbirds take on the Morton Potters in exciting Mid-Atlantic Conference softball action. We just had senior night for the seniors on the softball team. As we get ready for this Mid-Atlantic contest, it'll be a few minutes. We're a little bit ahead of schedule. I think Metamora still has to take some infield. Maybe not, I'm not sure. Last night, the Redbirds dropped a tough decision last night to the East Peoria Red Raiders. East Peoria, though, was pretty good. Addie Dungeon is really good. She's only a sophomore, so they'll have to contend with her for another 2 years. But the rest of the conference is going to have to contend with Metamora's pitching staff of Allie Nelson and Wooden. Can't think of her first name, but very, very good pitching duo for Metamora. And the future's bright. Metamora got a number 3 seed in their regional and will be
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Metamora Township High School. For tonight's Mid-Atlantic Conference game featuring the visiting Morton Potters and your Metamora Redbirds. Let's meet tonight's lineups first for the visiting Potters. Leading off, a sophomore at third base, number 11, Haley Bassett. Batting second, a senior at second base, number 3, Kennedy Marion. Batting third, a senior at first base, number 18, Kate Cantwell. Batting cleanup, a sophomore catcher, number 21, Emma Reeve. Batting fifth, a junior at shortstop, number 4, Brennan Cowley. Batting sixth, a senior in right field, number 10, Tessa Fitzgerald. Batting seventh, a junior, the starting pitcher, number 26, Reagan Gashaw. Batting eighth, a sophomore in center field, number 20, Kaylee Campbell. And batting ninth, a sophomore in left field, number 7, Autumn DuPage. The head coach of Morton in her third season is Ashley Byer. Now the starting lineup for your Metamora Redbirds. Leading off, a senior in center field, number 3, Kara Craig. Batting second, a junior catcher, number 7, Allie Ludicky. Batting third, a senior at third base, number 12, Addie Wooden. Batting cleanup, a sophomore, the starting pitcher, number 10, Allie Nelson. Batting fifth, a sophomore, the designated player, number 9, Kate Lucas. Batting sixth, the senior at first base, number 4, Allie Trentman. Batting seventh, a senior in left field, number 1, Anna Schmitz. Batting eighth, a sophomore at shortstop, number 25, Lila Weldon. Batting ninth, a junior in right field, number 17, Ashlyn Damrell. The flex player for your Redbirds is senior at second base, number 22, Izzy Roberts. Assistant coaches for the Redbirds, Christy Ballard and Jody Bowen. The head coach for Metamora in his 21st season, Derek Linder. Now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise and face our nation's colors to join in honor of America, celebrating our freedom and those who protect it both here and around the globe, with the singing of our national anthem.
And bright stars through the for the ramparts we watch, for some gallant retreat. And the rockets like the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say you got
Well, pretty solid rendition of the national anthem. Wouldn't you say, Alex? I think he's still getting situated up there.
I would say so. She's definitely did her job very well.
That was outstanding. I have to say, I've seen 3 really memorable national anthems. The little girl from Morton about 8 or 9 years ago over in Morton, their that fundraiser they always have where they have tons of people. This little, I don't know, she was 5, 6, 7 years old. It was amazing. It was an amazing rendition of the national anthem.
I believe that was they have we did a game, a basketball game.
Sometimes it's the Metamora game, sometimes it's not, but it's always a big, huge fundraiser. They raise a lot of money. That was really good. And then a girl from Metamora did an outstanding job. Was going to do it on the track, got nervous, did it up the press box, was still nervous, threw up all over the inside of the press box.
But did a fantastic job.
Haley Bassett will lead off for the Morton Potters.
Off her foot.
So, Alex, a much cooler night, but a lot less windy than last night.
Yeah, you'll take that, and just kind of the way the softball season's been this year, kind of almost an anomaly, right?
Yeah,
to not have to put up with the wind, especially out in these kind of remote parts of town here.
Yeah, this is right on the edge of town, and lights like this is a beautiful ballpark, and that's in there for a strike. This is I understand not playing, but I love these night games here.
Absolutely, and I think one of my favorite night games, kind of maybe under-talked about games that this field's hosted over the years, is when we played Normal West at night in the sectional semifinal a couple years ago. I mean, just a perfect storm of atmosphere, time of day, all that stuff. And, of course, it was a 3-1 winner for the Redbirds, went on to beat Washington for the sectional championship. Who, by the way, dadgum near run-ruled Pekin the night, 9-1.
Who did?
Washington about run-ruled Pekin the night, 9-1. Big win for the Panthers.
Base hit for Bassett.
And, of course, as soon as I start a thought, we get a new batter. Isn't that how it's worked pretty much all the broadcasts I've been on for?
Brings up Kennedy Marion. Boy, same spot. Brings up Kate Cantwell. You know, the last couple games we've done, Alex, the first inning's been the bugaboo.
Yep.
We've given up 2 or 3 runs, and that's generally been the difference, or been close to the difference.
3 runs, 2 hits, 2 errors in inning number 1 for EP last night.
They're getting some pretty good swings on Nelson right now.
Yep. And what's interesting, though, is, you know, Morton seems to be kind of a midsection of the game team on the year. 3rd inning is their highest scoring of the year.
Dombo got a double play. Wow. Really nice play by Addie Wooden.
Yeah, making that play from third base to first. That's and then tagging the base as well. That takes a lot of awareness.
That'll be a little wide of third, so quickly 2 down.
And I tell you what, Scott, looking ahead, Redbirds have to jump on the Potters early. That's ball high there. Morton opponents outscoring them 73-27 in the first 2 innings of the game, so it hasn't just been us, but bigger picture is something that the Redbirds might look to capitalize on come bottom line.
It's in there for a strike.
1-2 to count.
This is Emma Reeb. So her dad came over and talked to us a little bit before the start of the game. It's nice to see him again. Matt, one of the best pure hitters I've seen in a long time. Pulled that one wide of third also.
Scott mentioned, you know, of course, with this 6:30 first pitch for fun senior night, a lot of the conference games were already done, but mentioned Washington over Pekin 9-1, Dunlap run rules Limestone 14-4.
Who run ruled Limestone?
Dunlap.
Dunlap, okay. Up for Metamora to start this bottom half of the first be Craig, Ludicky, and Wooden. That was a really nice play by Wooden there in that first inning to get us out of a semi-jam.
Absolutely, and, you know, I think it was Jonathan kind of pointed to it about the awareness in that situation. And, you know, a lot of times we said it quite a few times yesterday talking about just making the easy play. It may sound like a complex play, but that was the easy play. You're right by the bag, take that one extra step, boom, throw it across the diamond, you get 2. So smart play by her there for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it was certainly got us out of a little bit of a mini jam, but you know, Nelson has a tendency to kind of feel her way through that first inning, but then always settles down really, really nicely. Hopefully she'll do that again here tonight.
I think she might be a young pitcher and just has a little nerves in the first one, and then needs to settle down and just does her thing.
Tell you what, Morton rotation dealt a bit of a blow with the injury of junior Kenley Moulton, has kind of served as their two-pitcher behind Reagan Gashaw, who you're seeing in the circle tonight. And that leaves them with two pitchers, Gashaw and Kaylee Campbell, a sophomore that's only seen 5.1 or 5 1/3 innings of work. So Gashaw seems to be the lead horse that they're going to go with here the rest of the year, and see what she does tonight.
So Kara Craig will lead it off for the Redbirds. Nice night last night. You know, Alex, I thought last night, we had some real nice individual efforts, but we just couldn't string anything together, and that was a compliment to Dungeon, I thought, a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, when we did string something together, it unfortunately never ended up being in the run column until the end there, where the Redbirds did make a nice push. You had that RBI single from Wooden in the 5th and the RBI single from Bailey Neal in the 7th, but kind of a little case of too little too late after the biggie first inning.
What was the final, 5-2?
5-2, yeah. But the top third of the order did terrific. 5 hits, 1 RBI. Ludicky and Wooden had 2 hit games. If you want to expand it into the 5-4 spot for Allie Nelson, she had 2 hits as well. So
did we have a walk or 2 in there too?
Correct, yeah. Had 3 walks drawn by the top 4 batters in the order.
3-1 the count.
That's why I like a paper scorebook, Scott. You can just flip back to your last page and see exactly what went down and not have to look up any numbers, hit any buttons, and try to figure out where the heck it is.
Yeah, it's out of play. I'll make it a full count down the right field line.
I don't know if you mentioned it yet, Scott, but the postseason is semi-set. The seeds came out this afternoon. Redbirds are a 3 seed paired with East Peoria in the Streeter Regional.
That'll be a walk for Craig. Brings up Allie Ludicky. Didn't she have 3 hits last night?
She had 2 hits and 2 walks, but nonetheless reached all 4 times.
Man. It's in there for a strike. Ball up. You know, normally, Alex, what'd you think about a sacrifice bunt here? But she's too good a hitter to probably waste with a sacrifice, wouldn't you think?
Exactly. That's kind of the war that you have to wage if you're Derek Linder.
And that's a stolen base.
Or you could do that and not even have to sacrifice the out. By the way, that is the 3rd stolen base of the season for Kara, 3 for 3 on the year. Redbirds now 37 of 43 as a team.
She's got that Alex stop speed.
If she did, she'd have been caught a few more times.
Oh, that's up against the fence. Oh, that's a nice job. That's Craig had to hold up to make sure it wasn't caught. Still did a nice job.
I was going to say, that's great base running all around, you know. You had to hold up there, and then she still got home, and you got a double out of it, off the double. So that's a very good hit. Hit the fence. Well hit ball.
Brings up Addie Wooden. Another runner in scoring position. Nobody out. You know, she's been a pretty solid athlete at Metamora, hasn't she, Alex? Basketball, softball.
And that's the thing, Scott, to your point, not just about general participation, but like actual rate of excelling in those. You know, it's one thing to have that kind of schedule, but actually do what she's done in those sports is another level, if you will.
I believe Alyssa said she was on honors or high honors.
And that's half the battle. I mean, literally and figuratively in terms of the old student athlete moniker, but certainly worthy.
1-1 the count. A little wide. That'll squirt through, and that'll probably plate another run for the Redbirds. Yeah. RBI base hit for Wooden and bring up Nelson. Nelson had a couple of hits last night. All inside.
And Scott, Redbirds, of course, tonight trying to snap a 3-game losing streak. Rare air for them, but you also got to bear in mind ridiculously tough stretch of games they've been on here.
That's a tough hop, and that'll get the runner to third. That's good base running from Metamora. Runners on the corners. Brings up Kate Lucas.
Are you giving that an error?
You cannot give her an error on that. You can't fault her for the infield.
No, but you could give the outfielder an error. The runner got
possibly, yeah.
And that squirts through again. Another sharply hit ball. Base hit, RBI single. Trutman looks at strike one. She's another one that's had a nice career at Metamora, athletically. Oh, that squirts under her glove, and that'll load the bases. You going to give her a hit on that, Alex?
Yep, she had to dive for it. That's a hit.
Oh, now he's being nice.
I think it's senior night. It's got to be a little soft.
Yeah, old Alex is getting soft on us.
Well, back to the phrase I said, felt like a dozen times yesterday, right? Oh, look at this.
And that's an RBI single. Brings up Lila Weldon. Still no one out.
Scott, I'd say if you're getting to the 8th spot in your lineup with no outs on the board, you're doing something right offensively.
Yeah, you should be having a pretty good evening so far.
And by the way, that is nice. Anna Schmitz getting in the starting lineup and getting that RBI single straight away. That's a pretty fun moment there.
And they'll get the fielder's choice. Base is still loaded, one out. All inside.
And Scott, I mentioned that stat earlier about the early run scoring against the Potters, specifically the first inning. 37 first inning runs scored by their opposition this year. That's the highest scoring inning by far.
That'll get down and go up against the fence. That might clear the. Nope, it's going to get 2 runs home.
Yeah, I think Damroll came in a second, a little nimble there, Scott. Christy Ballard's going to take a look at her.
Do you see what happened?
No, I think it's just a regular run into the base, and
Sniper got her.
It's always the sniper.
And we're back to the top of the order with Kara Craig. Ball up. That'll get through, and that'll score 2 more runs.
You considering that E as well?
Yeah, that's a hit.
I'm talking about on the
Well, yeah.
outfield.
Yeah, outfielder.
Yeah.
Ball a little up. Ball in. That'll be a walk for Ludicky.
see if they run a courtesy for her again. Yep.
Brings up Addie Wooden. Earlier in the inning, she had an RBI single. She also scored their 3rd run. Ball up. And there for a strike. 2-1 the count. A little wide, and the runners will move up. A little wide. Now load the bases. Bases loaded. Just one out here in this bottom of the first inning. Redbirds up 8-0.
Yeah, I know Morton's given up a lot in the first inning, but I don't know if this is a lot, even for a team that's low, statistically low in the front half or front 2 innings. Giving up 8 runs is quite a lot.
And the unfortunate thing from their perspective mentally, I was talking with Ashley Byer before the game, like they're coming off what she says is one of their better performances of the year. They beat Notre Dame 8-2, and in terms of like just having them in the right headspace, and we're going to have some of the defensive changes here, so I'll let you guys babble for a little bit as I try to figure out what's going on here.
So the pitcher goes to the outfield?
Yeah, and then it looks like they're bringing someone else in to pitch. I can't see the number yet. Alex, or 20.
You guys have a better view out there in center. Which outfield position did 26 just go to?
She's out in the outfield, but
I know that. But where in that that trio is she standing? Is she in the middle or?
She's on the right side.
Your right or my right?
You're right.
You're right.
Okay, so that'd be right field. Okay.
And then 20 is the pitcher. Anything else change?
I didn't see anybody else.
And then who did they take out?
No, I think they just rotated within the field.
Fitzgerald, the original right fielder, I think got taken out.
Oh, she came out.
I was gonna say because they brought 20 in from the dugout.
And who was the UC number 10 among that trio standing there in the outfield at all?
No.
Okay, so then yes, they must have taken her out because she's not in the infield.
So who came in for her then?
Probably the new pitcher, technically.
Who's that?
20. Campbell. Kaylee Campbell.
So who came in? Who replaced who?
In terms of the lineup card, number 20.
Which is who?
Kaylee Campbell.
So Alex, who came in for Morton off the bench?
Number 20, Kaylee Campbell.
But she was already in the lineup.
No, she wasn't. Oh, wait. No.
Yes. Yeah, she was.
Hold on.
No one knows.
You would think, and I don't mean this in a bad way, you would think with a 12-player roster it would be easy to track, and it's not.
I know.
So if Fitzgerald is out, and Campbell came in to pitch.
Campbell's in
and
center.
Gashaw, no, Campbell's pitching.
Yeah.
Gashaw went to right. So then who the heck did I forget to announce? What do you guys got a good look. Who's the center fielder and right fielder jersey numbers?
16 is right field, 10 is center.
10 is center, so Fitzgerald moved to center. You said 10 wasn't part of that group.
Oh, they just rotated players from within the field that they already had in the field. They didn't bring anybody in. Okay. Yeah.
Well, our dear friend Jonathan did say that number 10 was not part of that trio a couple minutes ago.
Yeah.
My bad. I can't see it. Her hair covers her 1, so I saw that as 0, not 10.
So, well, there'll be a severe beating after the game. Nothing to worry about.
Oh, gosh.
Nelson gets the walk and the RBI. Brings in Kate Lucas. Kate Lucas had an RBI single back in the first.
Back in the first.
In the first.
Yeah.
I don't mean to keep hammering it home, but we are still in the first.
Yes, you are correct.
Jonathan, you got to keep him in line out there, man.
That's his own. He needs his own. I got too many things to do, to be honest. I'm cameraman, and I'm there. I can't keep the line, Scott.
And he's worried about that beating that he's going to get.
Yeah, you're right.
We take our scoring decisions very seriously.
And that'll be the second out of the inning. She gets an RBI, though.
Now, shout out to MTCO here on our scoreboard. I promise you we have it right. For some reason, MTCO doesn't allow multiple digits in an inning. So the total score is correct, but it won't go above 9 on a line score for some reason. It's been that way when I worked state at Slugger. I don't understand it, but we obviously have the score right, even though the inning by inning may not look right.
I always remember that, and it still blows my mind why people do that. We'd have that.
And that'll do it for Metamora. They've got 10 runs on 8 hits as we go to the top of the second. Redbirds up 10-0.
You know, you're doing something right when the scoreboard can't go high enough.
Pretty productive inning.
That would be understatement. I mean, eight hits, 0 errors, and 10 runs. So that's about as productive as you can be.
And looks like Derek Linder is going to bring Addie Weldon in the pitch. Looking out defensively, I don't think there's any other changes that I can tell unless... Yeah, no, I think that's it. I think it's just Weldon in the circle. Everything else is the same as the starting lineup.
So what's Weldon's first name?
Addie.
I was going to say...
Yeah, I forgot after your debacle yesterday. We got to clarify.
I was going to say, there is a change in starting lineup. Anna Schmitz is out there.
No, that wouldn't be a change in the starting lineup. That would be a change of who's in the field. No, and Schmitz was already in left.
Yeah.
Well, she's already there, but...
It would probably just be a re-entry if she got subbed out at all, but, I mean, she was already in the lineup to begin with, so that's not a new entry.
No, that's not a new entry. I'm just saying she's starting this game, was my point.
So, due up for Morton, Brennan Cowley, Tessa Fitzgerald, and Reagan Gashaw. And that'll roll. Oh, that's a base hit.
Wow. That's a heck of a bunt.
I think they thought it was going to roll foul, didn't they, Alex?
I think everyone thought that.
Brings up Tessa Fitzgerald. Runner on first, nobody out.
And not to look too far ahead, but I think if you're the Redbirds, keep zeros on the board. Try and maybe get 5 more here in the second or third, and then this one in 3.5 if you play your cards right.
That's foul ball. Oh,
I didn't hear it hit anything.
Oh, I thought it did.
I didn't hear anything from my vantage point.
Okay.
Really? It looked from here. It looked like it hit the top of the bat. Far for foot that time.
That'll be wide of the on the right field line. Foul ball.
2-2 the count.
Just so you know, Alex, if Jonathan catches a home run ball, he's not giving it back.
I did not agree to this, but you know,
we got to hit one first, guys.
I was gonna say we do have to hit one
I'm not saying
first.
we're not capable of it by any stretch of the imagination. We've seen what these girls can do, but yeah.
No,
you can have your home run ball, try and lean out the window here and get a foul ball.
Yeah, I'm good. I'll let you keep that one.
Oh, that's a walk.
But I will say we've hit a lot of grounders in very nice spots, you know, gaps and all that. So I like to keep it that way rather than fly ball and taking chances there. I like my odds there.
So runners on the corners, nobody out, Alex. He's up Reagan Gashaw. She'll get... Ooh. Dangerous throw, but...
Safe. What? I'm confused why you do that. Why would you just take the indifference and then... Because if they throw you out second, why you just go home?
It was a little confusing as well by our dear friend and Redbird alum Isaiah Doty. But he had needed to worry about making the call at first, so to the naked eye, it might have looked like he was signaling out at third, but he was trying to hustle over to the plate at third because he had to make the call at first as well. So
yeah,
bit of a tricky spot for the base umpire to be in.
Is he behind the plate, or is he?
No, he's the base umpire.
He's the base umpire.
And he made the play at call at first base, and then he tried to get over to third base in time, but it was, and she was safe. I think she's safe.
Yeah,
I mean, make the call.
Yeah, I don't know what he's waiting for.
Like, you got to signal one way or the other. It's not like ball strike where you don't say anything and that automatically means safe. You got to make a signal.
So what do you call that? A fielder's choice?
Yeah. Fielder's choice, no error.
Mm-hmm.
That loads the bases with one out. Again, there was nobody covering first, but she was smart. She held on to the ball. Autumn DuPage, the hitter for the Potters.
Ooh, that was dangerous.
Unless I misheard, it sounded like either Allie or the ball or something might also clip DuPage at the plate as well. It obviously still got the throw over there, so couldn't have called any kind of interference, but it definitely clipped DuPage in some way.
Oh, the throw down to third?
Yeah, I heard a second noise.
Got one, but
got
air.
That's gonna score a run.
Almost had the double play again.
Brings up Haley Bassett. And that's wide of first base. Strike one. Oh well. Alex, there's no RBI on that because you can't assume a double play, right? Or there would be an RBI.
No, there's no RBI because the throw already went away.
Yeah. Okay. She scored on the wide throw.
I will say this: it's hard to say because the conversation has to then at the same time become: would she have been safe at first, but would the run have scored? And at that point, I think you still just say error.
Oh, nice play by Trapman. Nice. No hits. Yeah. Or Morton, 1 run on 1 hit, 2 runners left. We go to the bottom of the second. Redbirds up 10-1. Happy Cinco de Mayo Day, Alex and Johnny.
Thank you, Scott. Yeah, it's great. I don't know if it's a holiday. It's a U.S. holiday. Is it?
No.
It's a U.S. holiday?
No.
No? Just people recognize it?
Yeah, it's just a day.
Yeah, I gotcha. But yeah. You as well.
Brings up Anna Schmitz here in the second inning. She singled, had an RBI, and scored back in that first inning.
Great to see the senior get home on senior night.
She got an RBI and scored a run. That's a nice job.
Yeah, now she's at bat again and has the opportunity to get on base.
Ball will be a little wide. Steady diet of off-speed, Alex.
I missed you saying something there. I heard my name.
Is that a steady diet of off-speed pitches?
It's tough to say from this vantage point, to be completely honest with you.
She kind of hooked that one.
Three and one to count.
Ooh. How about that release point? That's, not, I wouldn't call it normal, but, I mean, it works.
It's a little different. A little bit. Nice at bat by Schmitz. Brings up Lila Weldon. She had a fielder's choice and scored a run in the first. That's a stolen base for Schmitz. Having a pretty good senior night.
Yeah, you got 2 singles, RBI,
And a stolen base.
That's a pretty good resume for a senior night.
And she's getting close to being a submarine pitcher. 2-1 the count. So Alex, if it's what, up 15 after 3.5, or after, yeah. And she'll advance to third. Wild pitch. Alex? I guess you can't hear me.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting to that point. I know I'm not Alex, but we're getting to that point where you're getting close for sure. As you're, that's gonna be air.
Yeah.
But Anna Smith got home. That big family of related to Hartnett, and I play with a couple of brothers in football as well. Very good family of athletes, that's for sure.
Brings up Ashlyn Demerol. Oh, Jenna Oderwald will now come in to hit.
I believe that is a sub. Do they? Umpire and Morton coach are talking about it at the moment. Some substitution, it looks like.
I think the umpire told her what the Metamora substitution was.
I would have to agree. And the stolen base?
And brings another runner into scoring position. Oderwald has a 1-0 count. That's in there for a strike.
I think she was taking on that one. She's not flinching.
I don't know. I think you're in swing mode. You're up 11-1.
It's true. She didn't really flinch on that one. It looked like that.
It'll fall harmlessly in front of the Morton dugout. 1-2 the count. Nobody out. That'll be a foul ball. Everybody go back. A little wide. Evens it up at 2-2. Oh, that ball's roped, but way foul.
That was a good hit. Almost took. It's almost in the parking lot. A couple fans on the duck. It was a little very line drive. Full count.
That's a nice take. And that'll be a walk for Oderwald. Brings up Kara Craig. Here it is in the second inning. She's batting for the third time.
Yeah. You're doing something right, that's for sure. If you're batting, your first batter's batting 3 times in the second inning.
Runner at first and second, nobody out.
Yeah.
That's their first strike. Ball's a little wide.
I believe if you hear the cheering, it's tennis senior night, I believe, as well. So that's why you hear all the cheering. If you hear it, I believe Kelly Willard posted something about that.
2-1 the count. And that'll get into the Metamora.
Yeah, you gotta get down. Okay.
Yeah.
Call that E something.
E6.
Yeah.
Alex. Two and one the count. Oh, dropped. That'll score a run. You giving her a hit?
I went. She didn't have to dive for it, and it was in her glove.
Still no one out here in this
second inning.
Brings up Addison Wooden.
You know, you're doing a really good job if your batting orders have your innings.
What?
We've been through more batting batting.
Well, we've been through the batting. This is our third trip through the order, and it's only the second inning.
That was my point. You're doing a really good job if you're doing that. A little outside on that one. 1-1 count. I think Alex forgot to put his headset back on.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a nice hit.
And that'll go up against the fence.
Yeah. Yeah, at least one, or a double. And you get 1 run out of it. And that makes it 14-1 on the scoreboard.
Brings up Eddie Wooden.
No, this new pitcher's taking a lot of pitches for probably someone that doesn't have a lot of pitches in her career, so she's probably feeling it a little bit. That's her arm's seems a little off in her throwing motion. Would you agree, Scott?
Well, she has an odd. That'll be an out. Runners move up.
That was first out of the inning. That was a little interesting. Not exactly sure what happened with that one. Was she trying to bunt?
Kind of swinging bunt.
Swinging bunt. And just didn't go anywhere?
Kate Lucas, the hitter.
That's a wild pitch. You gotta get the runner home. And advance third base. I'll make 15-1. I don't know when does the
it's the third. Is that Alex? Is that right? The third inning.
He doesn't have his headset on. But I think the bottom half of the third inning would be.
We wouldn't have to bat.
Yeah, for sure.
That's wide of first base. Just hit the ball hard there.
Very.
Back in that first inning, she had an RBI single and a fielder's choice, another RBI, but she made 2 outs. She was forced out at the plate, and then the other one was a fielder's choice.
Yeah.
And she's safe at the plate.
I'm confused because the umpires did not agree. Isaiah called it out.
She was out at first.
Oh, she's out at first.
Yeah.
He got her there.
He doesn't make a play at the plate. He doesn't make.
Well, that's why I was confused. I didn't see the out at first. I missed that. Did she touch the bag?
Yes.
Okay. I missed that.
Brings up Allison Tretman.
Well, the first time in a while, Scott, I get to say this. No one's on base.
Luckily, otherwise we'd have had to move over one more notch, but that's the third out of the inning for the Redbirds. 6 runs on one hit.
Yeah, only 1 hit. 3 errors. I believe.
Alex? Is it maybe?
He hasn't. He forgot. Okay. I won't be the only one in trouble tonight. For Cinco de Mayo.
I didn't keep track of it. Well, he had 1, 2, 3, maybe 3 errors.
That's what the scoreboard says, because they didn't have any in the first inning.
For Morton, it'll be Marion, Cantwell, and Reeb. Oh, just a little bit up.
I will say, for being down 15 points by Morton, their dugout's very alive. 15 runs. Their dugout's very alive.
That's a line out to the second baseman. He's up Kate Cantwell. Oh, that's a base hit up the middle.
Yeah, pretty good hit. Got by the infield pretty quickly and kept on the ground.
Brings up Emma Reed. She's 0 for 1.
In all fairness to Morton, that's her 4th hit of the game. Pretty good.
Yeah.
I think that's more than we gave up last night.
Oh, no, we gave up. They had 7 runs. Or 5 runs.
5 runs, but I think a lot of those were off of errors.
They were. They had some base on balls.
Yeah, that too. But I don't know how many. I don't think they had a lot of runs or a lot of hits. Is my point.
Pretty good effort by Trentman. Ball drops foul though.
Yeah, it's a really hard spot to get for the first baseman and second.
A little wide.
1-1 to count. There's 1 out, and you got a runner on first.
That's another base hit. Good job by Craig to back it up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a base hit. I know Alex might disagree on that one, but because he seemingly always tries to disagree with you, but I would give that hit.
Brennan Cowley.
And that's another hit right past second base, and
that'll load the bases.
Yeah.
1 out.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Brings up Tessa Fitzgerald.
That'll be
up and out of play.
Yeah, fouled. Yeah, back behind Morton's dugout.
That's a foul ball.
Pretty good hit, though.
Foul ball.
Yeah, but still well hit.
It's still a foul ball.
That's true.
Just a strike. And that'll be wide of third base. Ooh, a little wide. Struck her out. That will force at any base. 2 down, bases loaded.
Making a last-minute sub for Morton.
Camden Moulton comes in to hit for Reagan Gashaw. A little bit up. A little bit low. 2-0. See, if I'm Weldon right now, I can just go right at her.
Yeah, I mean, you just want this game. You just want this game to get going and get over with. And it's also nice to see she got a strikeout, which is real nice to see.
Yeah, it's fouled off. 1-2 the count, or 2-2, excuse me. A little bit wide. Just full count.
Just a hair.
Fouls it wide of third base.
She's battling. I believe this is her seventh. That was her seventh pitch. She fouled one off.
Yeah,
right.
Like that.
Right. That one back. I think a couple back. And that's going to be pop out to first base at the end of the game.
Is that the end, or is that?
That's the end, because that was 3 outs.
But it's only 30. I don't know the rules.
Oh, maybe not. Do we have to? Oh, we have to go to. We won't have to. We have to go to the bottom of the third. It is the bottom of the third.
No, you don't. You don't go if you're winning like this. You don't hit.
Yeah. Well, we're up 15 runs.
Yeah. It must be you have to go to the fifth probably. I don't know the rules in softball that well.
Yeah, I would ask Alex, but I forgot to put that back on. So that is what. But
for Morton. no runs, 3 hits, 3 runners left. We go to the top of the bottom of the third. Redbirds up 16-1. Due up for the Redbird Schmitz, Weldon, and if they brought back in Demerol, or if it could be Oderwald. Anna Schmitz lead off this third inning.
Yeah, pretty impressive resume for the 2 singles, an RBI.
No, she's got a single and a base on ball.
Oh, base on ball. Okay.
2-1 the count on Schmidt. That's a nice senior night, like we talked about earlier. Base hit, RBI, base on ball, stolen bases, scored 2 runs.
Yeah, I mean, what besides the home run, what else can you add to that stat line?
Yeah. All inside.
Full count.
3-2. Ball a little high. She'll take the walk.
Well, I guess that was one thing I forgot to mention. The walk. Everything besides the home run.
Brings up Layla Weldon. 0 for 2 with an RBI. She scored 2 runs, though. A little low. Three and 0 the count. And that'll be ball 4. We have Jenna Oderwald. She came in to hit last inning, got a base on ball, scored a run. Had a really good at bat, fought off some pitches, and worked a walk.
Hey, you got battle. Name in the game.
1-1 the count. Oh, that's past the shortstop. And that'll load the bases.
What are you calling that one, Scott?
E6.
I would agree.
Brings up the top of the order. Bases juice for Kara Craig. She's 1 for 2. She's reached base all 3 times and scored 3 runs. She's had a nice senior night also. And she'll lay down. When they get fielder's choice.
Force at home.
Yep.
First out.
Brings up
Bailey
Neal.
Neal.
She had come into Ludicky had a nice night. She was also 1 for 2 at the 2 RBIs, a double.
0-2 the count earlier.
Ooh. Bases are still loaded.
Oh, that one. Oh, good play.
Good catch, and that'll score a run.
Good play by center field.
Brings up Addie Wooden. And the center fielder will corral that one also. 4 Metamora, 1 run on no hits. We go to the top of the 4th. Redbirds up 17-1. Due up for Morton, Campbell, DuPage, and then back to the top with Bassett. They've had some traffic. They've had some runners on base. They just haven't been able to capitalize.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely not been falling asleep on defense, that's for sure.
On defense, yeah, they have.
Well, sorry, per Metamora. They have 6 hits. Morton had 6 hits on him, so definitely doing something. And in the air. So they're definitely doing something. They also got a run on Metamora as well. Not that it's not overwhelmed by the 17 that Metamora has, but yeah, it's a little cold night for you, Scott?
A little chilly, but it's not bad. Phoenix, you think it's cold? Yeah, it's cold. It's colder than it was yesterday.
Yeah, you're right on that. We also played we also had an earlier game yesterday.
Wooden pumps a strike in there to start this 4th inning off. Strike 2. She's rearing back and throwing now.
Yeah, I think she shook off a little rust there in the second. Now she's at second and third innings. Now she's back at it again with the strikes and waste no time being the first strikeout of the inning.
First outing. Autumn DuPage comes to the plate. 0 for 1. And fouls that one straight back. Oh, nice play by the right fielder. Nice job.
Yeah, we had talked there because second base was right there as well. And, you know, that's ended badly way too many times.
Up Kaylee Bassett at the top of the order for the Potters. Oh, nice play by Weldon for the Potters. No runs, no hits, no one left. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Redbirds up 17-1.
That's the game.
They won the game. Nice.
Yep. Bombed the. Let's see. Oh yeah, bombed the 4th inning.
Yep. Take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have an interview with head coach Derek Linder.
righty, Alex Staub back here. Hopefully you didn't see those shenanigans trying to even pick up my scorebook, but Redbirds win it here 17-1 with head coach Derek Linder. And, Coach, obviously, you see on paper this is a team that you can jump on from the get-go if you play your cards right, and you were able to do that. Talk about that.
Yeah, I'm just proud of our kids. That those are the games that you can come out and you can kind of flounder around and take some bad cuts and stuff. We didn't do that. We took some really good cuts. I thought that first inning, that pitcher's not too bad, and we jumped on her, and that's what we needed to do. We also played good defense in the field, and we pitched well. So, really proud of our kids, and that Morton team, has been down for a couple of years, but Ashley's done a great job with them, and she'll get that going. It's just you got to give her the time to do it. She's a good coach, and they'll get there.
I think one of the nice parts about senior night is opportunities for kids like Anna Schmitz, who I know has typically been on the bases this year, but you get her in the start, number one, makes plays defensively, has 3 successful plate appearances with an RBI single, stolen base, couple of walks. Tell me about what moments like that mean on nights like this.
Yeah, she did a really good job getting a jump on that stolen base, and that's what we're wanting to see her do is get back to getting those good jumps. And she had a good contact on that first plate appearance, and then the nice thing too is she could have swung out of her shoes and tried to do too much, and she didn't. And that shows that senior maturity that she had. She's a wonderful, wonderful kid. And you're just not going to get a better kid than her, and it's nice to get her some good plate appearances there, and she's going to have a role down the end here running the bases.
And of course, 21st season and whatnot, senior nights are always going to be special. Why does that special nature of nights like this never change as many years as you've been in the game?
Well, I like how we're doing it here. Is we're doing it at night and doing something a little different. It's nice for grandmas and grandpas to be able to get their aunts and uncles. It's nice for us to kind of honor them and put everything on them. They've worked really, really hard, especially these 5, kids. They've played a lot of softball growing up. They've given it all, but the thing, too, is they're better kids and they're better students. If you start looking at their grades and everything that they've done, it's just unreal that they can do what they can do, and I'm really proud of them. I'm going to miss them. I'm glad we got a couple more weeks with them because, they're just a whole lot of fun to be around and watch play.
And I always love looking at the academic accomplishments, as you kind of allude to. It's like something where it's like you're just as impressed with what they've done on the field as they've done in the classroom, which is always great to see. Quick turnaround. You go to Pontiac tomorrow. Obviously, they're not quite the same team as they've been the last couple of years. They dropped down to 2A as well, but you can't take them lightly.
No, they still got a Krause girl, so there's yet another one. So, they'll be fine. Nicole does a great job. Jake does a great job there. There's somebody you can't overlook, but we're going to be able to see a good pitcher tomorrow, which, once again, we just need to see good pitching and work on our swings and getting going. And, if we're going to peak at the end here, we've been very young. Our young players today did some really good things. I thought Lila Weldon played a great game. And, gave us a lot of effort, and that's what we want. We want to see out of our kids. They're peaking at the end, and Pontiac's a nice tune-up for them. And then Kansas is going to be no slouch. They're playing really, really well right now.
And they're beating East Peoria right now. I don't know if you've seen that, but it's 2-1 2-1 Canton in the second inning right now over there at their senior night. But one last question before I let you go. This has been a brutal stretch of games in terms of quality of teams, number of games. What are your thoughts on how this team's done through that and just kind of weathered the storm per se, but also what that prepares them for?
Yeah, it's kind of unfair to have it play what we played, but our kids handled it really well, and it's going to prepare us for the fact that if you get into a regional final, which looks like it's going to probably be East Peoria, and then you get into a sectional that's going to be 4 really good teams, you're going to have to play back-to-back really, really, really good teams, and we just went through it and we learned a lot from it. And, tonight I think we saw some things that we've been talking about that we did well, and we're going to continue to do those things well. But you got to play those, to be able to get to where you want to be.
As Coach alluded to, we got one more home opportunity to see this team Thursday against Canton. They go to Pontiac tomorrow. Maybe a post-game stop at Wally's, who knows. But Thursday home against Canton. Regional will be at Streeter. Pairings don't come out until about this time tomorrow. But regional will be at Streeter. Metamora is the 3 seed in their subsectional. So unfortunately, if you miss them one of those 2 times, still got a couple of road games next week. But nonetheless, postseason time is starting to come up on us here in a little while. So, Coach, thanks for the time. Congrats on the win. That'll do it for Metamora Redbirds win 17-1. Back in action tomorrow at Pontiac, home Thursday against Canton. So long from MTHS.